Alright, morning, morning guys. Sorry about the music, just getting my day started. Um, so yeah, gotten some emails, gotten a lot of comments, all things of that nature. So I figured while I'm getting my day started, I'll go ahead and make a quick little video for y'all. About to start driving, so I'll go ahead and flip the camera in a minute. But as you can see, like right now, I'm just chilling at the truck plaza. Alright, so I'm turning this music down because I know a lot of people will be complaining in my other videos about music's too loud and blah blah blah. Morning, Richard. Excuse me. Good morning, Genuinely Gibbs. That's my brother right there. So, oh, y'all go subscribe to his channel. He drives for Quest. He's out there killing it, and yeah. I know a lot of people ask about other companies and things of that nature. If you want to know about another company, Quest, he seems to enjoy it, and he can definitely answer any questions you have on that company. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions for y'all real quick. Let's see. 3 Rika 112, I'm guessing that is supposed to be an E, but it's just play on words. She's a school bus driver turned trucker. Do they allow partners with spouses? Yeah, ROEHL does have teams. I have never seen them, but apparently they do have them. So, I guess I know they do allow it, but I also know that it's something they're not actively looking for all the time. So, I guess however you are able to figure that out and work that out with the company, the best person to talk to would be a recruiter. I don't know too much about teams, so I can't answer that. Also, a few of my buddies that work for the company, I have a flatbed trainer and an owner-op trainer who does drive-in, and also another one that's a refrigerated trainer. Whenever I run across them, they said they'd definitely let me do an interview because people ask about that. You know, going flatbed versus refrigerated versus drive-in versus owner-op. If I did an interview with each one of those people who are also trainers, they'd definitely be able to answer any questions that you have. So, yeah, whenever I run across them, I'm going to do that. Let's see, another gentleman named Do-It-Yourself Guys Tools, 2-hour inverters. I think that's for the older trucks. The older trucks have you can choose to have those installed, and they run for 2 hours. I have one of the newer ones, so mine goes constantly. He also asked what's the point of a refrigerator, and I'm assuming he means what's the point of a refrigerator in a truck with a 2-hour inverter. You can get actually a kind of fridge that you can plug into your truck that lasts, that runs off the battery of the truck and is not going to shut off if it's not plugged into an inverter. So yeah. Richard, I am currently in right before about Pennsylvania. I'll probably be in Pennsylvania not too much longer. I'm on 76 right now in Ohio at the Glaciers Hill Service Plaza, something like that. I think that's what it's called, Glacier Hill Service Plaza. Like not far from the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania on 76. Last time I talked to Dad yesterday, he said you're on your way out to California, but I know that I haven't been able to catch up with you because I don't know your schedule, and I just dropped my trainee off yesterday, so I'll give you a call sometime today. We can chat. I don't know if you're up driving or not. Oh, you're in New Mexico right now? Okay, cool. I'll give you a call after I finish this video. You're heading back to Georgia? Alright. I'll give you a call after I finish the video, and we'll chat, because I didn't talk to you in like 2 or so weeks. Q Addison asked, can I be your trainer? Oh, you're starting your shift? Okay. Yeah, I'll call you as soon as I finish this. Can I be your trainer? Let me start driving. Can I be your trainer? Q Addison asked me that. I don't see why not. This is a working truck, so be prepared to work. And you can ask anybody that's been on my YouTube channel that's actually asked for me to be their trainer, and I've actually done it for them. Andrew Jasinski, great guy. He's actually refrigerated, and he's doing really well. He actually made it to some of the states that I haven't had a chance to get to yet, so I'm a little bit jealous. Don't tell him I said that, but if you watch the video, he's gonna find out anyway. But Eric Turner, another one, actually trained I just dropped off yesterday. He watch the channel, and he knows how I run. He knows I run hard and I work hard, so he'll tell you that, yeah, I'll be your trainer. I definitely don't mind, talking to the appropriate people to set that up. But I just give a little bit of heads up, see when you finish CDL school versus when I'm home time, or if I have another student, or when I'm going home, because I have had somebody ask me to be their student, for them to be my student, excuse me. But I was like, all right, but I'm going to be on home time for a week, and I have like 3 days out before I'm going home, so it might be a week and a half, and I know people are ready to get their careers started, so I don't want to be the reason your career doesn't get started right away because you're waiting for me. So I mean, yeah, I can be a trainer, just understand, like, that's what I got going on. David asked, am I still a driver with ROEHL, and do I recommend the CDL program? Yes, I still drive with ROEHL, and yes, I recommend the CDL program. It's a great program. It's a great company. Let's see, another CBO Chris asked about my training pay and average pay after. I made another video on it, so yeah, it's on there. I definitely talked about it. I actually gave every single one of my paychecks broken down. I gave actually all my paychecks that I've ever made at the company from day one up to that most recent paycheck. Yeah, I've actually been paid like what, 2 or 3, 4 times technically since that video. I've been paid 4 times since that video, and I got one paycheck of $0.00, but that was on home time for 10 days, so I already knew that was going to happen. I was not expecting to get a paycheck. That's what happens when you're home for longer than the pay period. You're just not going to get paid. And then after that, I made a $800 check. After that was $950, and then this current one that I got yesterday or so was $1,200. So yeah, those are the updated amounts that I've gotten, which I say have been paid. I wish these things would come up faster. So yep, that's that average pay. Check out the video with all the pay. I've literally talked about every single paycheck I've gotten from start to the date of that video. The man Chisholm is wondering about how I handle home time. Handle home time just fine. I love going home. But in all seriousness, I'm pretty sure you're asking about, what I do. Like, am I 11 to 4 now? What am I? I stay out for about 30 days at a time, simply for the fact that when I go home, I want to be able to enjoy my home time. So, I mean, if you stay out for a short period of time, you're only going to have a short period of time home. But if you go home, for like 3 days, you go home, you're going to sleep the first day away, because that's what everybody does. And then after you sleep the first day away, you're going to wake up for the second day, do a little bit of stuff around the house, hang out with the family, but then after that, you're going to be ready to head back out on the road. So the day after that, you're getting everything set up. So, I mean, you don't really get a chance to thoroughly enjoy home time. That's why I stay out for about a month at a time. So I can go home for 7 or so days and, sleep the first day, have 5 days of actual home time doing stuff with the family and hanging out, going to see the kid. And then after that, I get ready to come back out on the road, and I'm out here doing my thing. So yeah, that's personally why I choose to stay out for a month at a time. Not to mention, if you stay out long enough, your checks will be big enough to actually where you'll see it and be like, okay, this transition truck driving actually did work out. If you're going home every other week, you're just not going to see the money, and it is what it is. The only way you can really see that kind of big impact is if your pay is high enough to where you can come out and drive 2,500 miles, because you have to turn around and come back home. We can drive 2,500 miles and still see a pretty big paycheck. In my opinion, you're gonna have to be like late 40s to like early 50 something cents a mile to see, in my opinion, for it to matter to me. I'd have to see that much in CPMs for me to stay out for a week at a time and come home every single weekend. And if you work hard enough at ROEHL, you can actually get to that pay level to where in my opinion, you can make enough to come home for a week, or go out for a week and come home for a weekend. Oh, look at that, just across Pennsylvania. Like I said, not far of a drive. So yeah, let's see. Katrina Funches, she slid in the DMs on YouTube asking about, you know, recap hours. Well, she sent me emails and comments asking about recap hours and things of that nature. Load securement, tandem settings, my daily routine, keeping the truck organized, recap hours. So I'm gonna give a breakdown of how I do my truck. How I do my truck, how I start my day, how I do my loads, etc., etc., etc. I'm just gonna go do that since I'm pretty sure that's what she's asking. What I do, start off with my truck setup. I personally have, I have two little slots here in the front. I have one slot filled with pins, for obvious reasons. At the pins, so yeah, write down stuff on the bills, take notes, write things down. That's what pins are for. All right, cup holders. I have my inverter set up on the dash, all my stuff plugged up. Anything I want to need throughout the day, I have it all set up around me. I keep my bills within reaching distance, which is what you're supposed to legally do, be able to grab it. It has to be within hands distance. I just keep mine literally right next to me. So if somebody ever asks, if I get pulled over and somebody asks for them, I can just produce them very quickly and not gonna have an issue. I have a little hook down on the side, and that holds my flashlight, my stapler, and my back scratcher. Back scratcher for obvious reasons, so I can scratch my back whenever I'm driving. Stapler is so I can staple all my paperwork together at the end of each load, and I have a shoebox all my completed trips in. So if ROEHL ever comes back and asks me about any trip, I can produce it very quickly. I have every trip that I've ever done with the company from start date to present day, all in this shoebox. So that's how I have that set up. I have my overhead bin, my glove compartment, stuff sitting in there, just small different random items, a pack of gum if I like to chew on gum. I have my seals for the truck sitting over here on the side, connected to a little hanger thing that I've rigged together right next to my CV. I also have my truck stop book in my maps within reaching distance, so if I need to stop and find an alternate route, I have to go digging for it. I just stop and it's right there. Anything that I might need for like at any given moment, I have it all within reaching distance. I don't have a lot of stuff. So the only thing I have on my dash is my inverter and my calculator and my chapstick and my company ID. Outside of that, I don't have anything else sitting up there. You'll notice it too when you're driving down the road and you see other drivers who have trash and nastiness all over their dashboard. That's disgusting, and it just doesn't look good. When I go to the scale house, I want them to see a clean truck on the outside, and when they see that part, they can at least assume they have a clean truck on the inside. And about 75% of the time, I keep it clean like that because I live in this thing for the most part, and who wants to live in a dirty environment? I know I don't, and I'm pretty sure you don't. So that's how I do my setup. Now, how I do my day. I wake up about half an hour before my 10-hour break is up. I get up, go inside the restroom or whatever establishment is close by. If I have that luxury, if I'm not spending my 10-hour break at a truck stop or something, or excuse me, a rest area. Some rest areas are closed in the middle of the night, and if I start driving in the middle of the night, then obviously I can't go inside. But I get up about half an hour before my 10-hour break, go inside, brush my teeth, wash my face, make myself presentable for the world. Come back to the truck. I have a little bit of breakfast, nothing special. By that time, I'm ready to go. My 10-hour break is successfully completed. I'll go on duty for a pre-trip the truck, come back out, and I start driving. Any trip planning that I do for that day is done the night before. The time before I start my 10-hour break, so I don't have to get up and try to do it in the morning and rush. I just do it the night before, so I have it all set up and ready to go. And that's what I do. Now, as far as my procedures, She's asking about load securement, recap hours, tandem settings. After a certain point, you'll start understanding that when you first start, you're going to be like, I need to weigh every single load. All right. After you do it for enough time, you're going to be able to look at the load in your trailer, see how it's loaded, and then also know how much it weighs. And that's going to help you determine, that's going to help you determine if you should weigh the trailer and where your tandem settings should be. Like me personally, you can have a load that's basically 30,000 pounds or more. You should weigh it. If it's less than that, you shouldn't have to weigh it. I personally make a habit of weighing any load that's 28,000 pounds or more, and I tell you why. I've had some people sit here and say, well, anything that's 30,000 pounds or less, you shouldn't be able to weigh, shouldn't have to weigh it because you won't be overweight. I've also had a load that was like 28,000 pounds, but it was like thick, I guess it was dense material, and it all sat on like the front tandem setting of the trailer, like right on the drives. I should say it sat like all the weight sat on the drives. So I essentially had to, I went and weighed, and it actually was overweight, and I had to slide the tandem settings to make myself legal. So that was like a once in a lifetime kind of load right there. It was sod. It was sod, and it was stacked on top of each other, and I don't know why they did that. I don't know. That's how it was loaded. And yeah, so I weighed that. But typically, rule of thumb, 30,000 pounds. For me, our trailers have the A, B, C, and D setting. I've noticed that 30,000 to 40,000 pounds, I usually run that between the A and the B setting, and I'm usually fine. 9 times out of 10, I'm fine. It also depends on where it stops at in the trailer too. If it stops between the 48-foot mark and forward, then I run it between A and B. If it's 40,000 pounds to 45 or 46,000 pounds, it should be loaded no further back than the 40-foot setting. However, a lot of places don't really care, and they just throw it in there. And if it like rolls of paper, sometimes rolls of paper might take up a nice amount of space. If it's between that much weight, I usually have it between the C and D setting, and I've noticed that it's usually fine. It doesn't work in all circumstances, but I'll usually set it there before I can hit a scale. And when I hit a scale, 9 times out of 10, I'm right. So, I mean, that's just what works for me. Other drivers might have other methods of figuring it out, but that's just what works for me. So let's say I go to, we have a place that we go to that's actually out in Combined Locks, Wisconsin, a paper factory. I'll talk about that one since you want to know my routine. That place is always, well, all the times I've been there, it's been drop hook, except for one time it was a live load, which actually was supposed to be preloaded, but there was a mistake. So yeah, that was I'll go with the preloaded trailer. I'll go there with the empty trailer. I started my day pre-trip just like I said I would. I went there with the empty trailer. Because I've been there before multiple times, I know what the procedure is. I go there, I will drop my empty trailer in the lot, then I will head to the main guard shack. Head to the guard shack, you give me information, he'll tell you the trailer to pick up. Now, this is what I do. This is how it works for me. Anyway, sorry, I lost service. I'm in Pennsylvania now. I'm about 10.1 miles deep on 76, so I kind of have crappy service up here, so I'm going to basically go through this quick and then end the video, so I don't have to keep on doing that. So yeah, I get there, drop the empty trailer, go to the guard shack, give my information. At that point, I will find my loaded trailer. Find my loaded trailer, I will set up to back under it. I back to a certain point. After a certain time of you driving, you're going to be able to look in your mirror while backing to it, and you're going to be able to gauge if the trailer is too high, too low, or perfect setting. If the trailer is too high, I will stop at a certain point, and I will get out, and I will dolly it down, which also make sure you dolly in a very safe way, because if you don't, while dollying a loaded trailer, if you're not careful, you can actually, if you let go of the arm, it can swing back and hit you. because you have weight in it. So be very careful when you're dollying a loaded trailer, whether you're trying to dolly it up or dolly it down. If you're trying to make it higher, have it on the low gear setting, or the one of the gears, whichever gear that allows it to twist forever, but it doesn't feel like it's giving you any progress. That way you can actually do it, because if you have it pushed all the way in, you're not going to move a loaded trailer. You're just not going to. Superman himself couldn't do it. So yeah, I'll dolly it to the point that I want it to be at. I'll slide under the trailer, connect the truck to the trailer. At that point, I execute a tug test. Tug test is not the end-all be-all, but it is something I like to do. I'll execute a tug test. Then at that point, I get out my truck. I always bring my flashlight, a pen, a piece of paper, and my hammer. And I always have my four-ways on and my headlights on. Now, the purpose for that is I go and connect the trailer, and you use what we call PAL. You check the pin, the kingpin, to make sure it's locked in. Then you do the airlines and the electrical line, and then you do the landing gear, pin, the airlines and the electrical line. That's when you'll realize all the lights in the trailer come on, and all the lights that indicate whether you're turning or should be blinking at some point are on. That's why I have the four-ways on, so you can pre-trip the trailer. So you dolly up the legs. I walk down, checking the bulkhead of the trailer, the walls and everything. Make sure it's not messed up. Check the airlines. Then after that, I check if they do have a seal on the trailer. I write down the seal number on a piece of paper. That's why I bring it with me, so I don't have to keep on running back and forth. But let's say they don't have a seal on the trailer. What I do is I'll open the trailer doors and I'll look at the load. Now, if you're carrying rolls of paper, most paper places know to put rubber mats down on the floor of the trailer, and what that does is it serves as a grip. So when you're driving, it doesn't shift and slide all over the place. So yeah, they should put that in there. I've never gone to a paper place that hasn't done it. So yeah, they're smart enough to do it. So you go there, you check to make sure that it's the rubber mats are on the floor. You also see how far back the paper rolls go inside the trailer. Damn sprint. Get out the trailer, close the doors, and then I'll go back inside the truck, do the necessary paperwork, and then I start driving. And I usually have the plan to where I'm going to find my first scale. I know where the first scale house is because it's located in the map, and then I'll go and find the actual place I can legally weigh the truck. Some places have a scale for you to weigh it there, so that's always good. However, a lot of places only have it to where you can weigh the gross vehicle weight and not the actual tandem settings, each tandem weight. So I made a video on how to do that, weigh the truck and find each setting for your axles, I should say, not tandems, your axles, for your drives, your steers, and your trailer. Yeah, I did a video on that. So if you need help on that one, there's videos on that. But that's basically how I will do my day and do my load. Tina, also found you on Facebook. I sent you a message. So if you have any other questions, just check your messages. I don't know if your Facebook is set up like mine. Mine is set up to where it goes to request setting. So basically I have to go to the Messenger app, find, or it'll tell me like, hey, you have a message request, and I'll open it, and then that's when I'll see it. It doesn't come straight to my inbox like everybody else's. Like people I'm already friends with on Facebook. But I don't know if you're set up the same way, but that's how mine is set up. So I sent you a message, and so yeah, check your inbox out from there. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Next time I run across any of the people that I planned on doing an interview with for flatbed, refrigerated, and owner-op, I'll let you guys know, and I'll go ahead and make the video. Alright. So if there's anything else, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Also, I appreciate all the support. I've noticed I've gotten a lot of subscribers, and I appreciate all the new people that have come that are taking time out of their life to watch my videos. Yeah. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll make another video soon.